It is Tuesday morning, early July, and we are in Black Hills National Forest near Custer, South Dakota. We came up here to celebrate the 4th of July this past weekend by camping with friends at Horse Thief Lake, kind of near Mount Rushmore. Horse Thief Lake is a lovely Forest Service campground and day use area surrounded by rock formations and rolling woodlands. Happy 4th of July. As you can imagine, it was a very busy weekend. There were a lot of other people out celebrating the holiday in the Mount Rushmore area. Yesterday morning, which was Monday, we left the campground and brought the Winnebago Revel out here into the backcountry of Black Hills National Forest. We explored a bunch of forest roads in the van, and I have to say that if you own a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive van or a Class B RV, that Black Hills National Forest, the roads in the area, are very well suited to that type of vehicle. The tracks will make use of your four-wheel drive system, but they're not too gnarly and there's a lot of open space, so you don't have to worry too much about tight trees. We found a lovely dispersed campsite right off of a forest road track that has phenomenal cell service and is only a 7-minute drive from downtown Custer. This episode is bound to be a little bit shorter because of the holiday weekend, and I didn't pick up the camera until today, but I'm excited to show you around. Like Medicine Bow National Forest in southern Wyoming this past week, this landscape is dotted with really cool rock formations. However, this area is more wooded as opposed to the rolling grassland that I experienced last week. Also, the rocks here are more jagged slabs as opposed to the smooth and bulbous formations in Medicine Bow. This passenger side headlight has been flaky for months now, and I'm tired of it sometimes being off, so I'm taking some time out today to deal with it. I am pretty sure that it is just a loose wiring harness connector. The problem is absolutely a loose wire, but I am having trouble pinpointing which one. I think it is a bad anti-flicker module that is causing my headlights to flicker. So, what I'm doing for now is bending the wires in a way in which it seems to be happy. And that is an extremely lame solution that probably will not work. And I think what I really need to solve this problem is new headlight parts. I've had the truck-lite LED headlights for a few years now, and I'm only moderately satisfied with them. I've already had one light go bad. Now the flicker module seems to be going bad. The light output at night is okay, the beam is a little bit splotchy. What I'd really like to do is switch these out in favor of factory Jeep LED headlights. One last finishing touch. Moving on to the undercarriage, in my recent few videos that I've made prior to this one, I've been noticing something clunking and slapping and knocking around underneath here. Anyway, this one is nice and easy. This looks like the sway bar end link extension bracket is a little bit loose. OSHA intensifies. Alright, I'm hoping that I solved the headlight problem, even if it's temporarily. I certainly tightened the sway bar end link extension bracket, and now I'm out exploring forest roads after a very fulfilling lunch. I happened upon some really interesting four-wheel drive tracks in the northern part of Black Hills National Forest. The forest road passed through a really colorful gulch, and I saw on Gaia GPS it looked like there were more like that in the area. Right now I'm back on pavement and working my way back to base camp. It is 7:44 p.m. and I'm hoping to get back to camp with some daylight to spare. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. Shannon just went out to walk Finnegan. We were up later than usual last night because when I got back to camp, we went into Custer to get something to eat. But almost all the restaurants in Custer close at 8 p.m. except for Dairy Queen. And there's still a lot of hungry people at 8 p.m. in Custer. So there was a very long line at Dairy Queen. We must have been there for 45 minutes. Whenever I go to Dairy Queen, I get ice cream. Blizzard, a sundae or something like that. But we got chicken strips. Can I go into town and get us some coffee?
That would be amazing.
I kicked off this morning after coffee with a helicopter tour at Black Hills Aerial Adventures. My pilot took me on a 20-minute tour of the attractions in this general vicinity. Black Hills National Forest, Custer State Park, Crazy Horse, and of course Mount Rushmore. It was a lot of fun, and only the second time I've ever been up in a helicopter. Now I am back on the ground and heading into Custer State Park, where I hope to do a little bit of hiking. I saw a lot of really interesting terrain from the sky, so needless to say, it inspired me to set off into the backcountry on foot. Absolutely beautiful hike in Custer State Park. I am 1.25 miles in, according to Gaia GPS, and a lot of that was just me jumping around on rocks. It is crowded and hot. The trail is far too busy for me to set my tripod down and do one of my silly walk-bys, so I've been resorting to the GoPro a lot. I didn't plan on doing much hiking, so I don't know how long I'm going to be out. All I have is an AHA and a bag of twin snakes. But I'm going to go a little bit further and see what other points of interest I can find. Adventure is almost certainly afoot.
Wow, convention.
They go right up the crack.
Yeah.
Okay, Farwell. You alright?
These are all ladybugs. I've never seen such a dense concentration of ladybugs in my life. I'm back in the Jeep after a little over a 3-mile hike, and I changed shirts. In fact, I should have changed shirts this morning before the helicopter ride. I feel bad for the pilot. But anyway, I have real lunch on my mind, not just sparkling water and twin snakes. So I am going to head down into Custer and get a bite to eat somewhere in town.
I'm not that lazy.
We have had these FRS two-way radios for months now, and I didn't want to talk about it at first because I wanted some field experience with it to see how it performed. When we added the second vehicle, the Winnebago Revel, I knew that we'd need a way to communicate from vehicle to vehicle while we were driving. I was really on the fence about this for a long time because I didn't want another CB radio. I didn't have much interest in ham, maybe GMRS. But number one, I wanted a portable radio that I didn't have to worry about licensing. And number two, I really wanted something of decent quality, durable, and most of all simple. All I want to do is talk to Shannon from usually vehicle to vehicle. So around the time that I was shopping for radios, I saw an advertisement on Instagram for this FRS Rocky Talkie, which is a small adventure radio that's made by a startup that's based in Denver. It's FRS band up to 2 watts, which I believe is the maximum that you can operate without having some kind of license. According to the website, it was designed primarily with skiing, mountaineering, and rock climbing in mind. It's water resistant, rubberized, has a carabiner, so I just clip it onto a belt loop. And so far, battery life has been exceptional. We leave them plugged in to USB-C in the vehicles a lot, but they can go 3 or 4 days unplugged before they need attention. This has been exactly what I wanted it to be. Vehicle-to-vehicle communications are great, both on-road and on the trail. Now this is relatively low-power FRS, so don't expect any miracles. If your other vehicle is a half-mile down the trail and there's terrain and trees in the way, then your signal might very well be broken. However, in 2 instances over the past few months, I was able to communicate with Shannon from miles away using these radios. The first time was 6 miles line of sight outside of Sedona. I was up on a ridge and Shannon was camped down in the valley, had a direct line of sight through the air to the van, 6 miles away according to Gaia GPS, and we heard each other clearly. More recently, near Taos, New Mexico, I was on a hillside in Orangey, and again, I was able to communicate with Shannon down at base camp, confirmed 3 miles away. Yep, I'm up on the mountain to the east, and I got out my binoculars, and sure enough, I can see the shining beacon of the Revel in the distance.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm walking outside, waving at you, I think.
I don't know if you're going to see me. You're just a speck. If you are a radio hobbyist or a power user, then this might not satisfy your needs. However, if you're looking for a good, durable adventure radio that just works, no frills, just talk, this is perfect. This has been exceptional, and I love it, and I'm going to recommend it. I bought these outright from Rocky Talkie. They don't know me or that I'm doing this in any way. It's just been a good product, and I wanted to share it with you. I'm going to call that a wrap for the week. South Dakota, this past week, even off camera, has been amazing. The landscape here in Black Hills National Forest and Custer State Park, as you saw from my footage today, is just unreal. If you've been here before, then you know, and you should come back. But if you've never been here before, definitely add it to your list, because there's a lot of adventure to be had. Now, special announcement, I am flying my son Cole out west so we can spend time together. It is long past due, and we didn't get a chance to do that last year because of COVID. Now he's a recent high school graduate, and college starts in the fall, so I want to spend some time making some fond memories with him over the next couple weeks. So with that said, I'm going to put the camera down, well, mostly down for 2 weeks to devote time to him and our experiences together. So I will be with Cole for 2 weeks, and then on July 26, 2021, I'll resume recording episodes for Venture Forward again, and the next episode will be on Saturday, July 31st, 2021. As usual, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this week's adventure in beautiful South Dakota, and I will catch up with you all again soon.